If you struggle with focus, this video is for you. I know it can sometimes feel like our brain is broken and that something so simple can feel so hard to do. Honestly, I feel the same way a lot of the time, but I've built systems and tools that I know help me get stuff done. I just see that there are so many people that struggle to focus on anything longer than a 45-second YouTube short. I honestly believe that it doesn't have to be like that, but it feels like everything is fighting for our attention. There's just so much happening in the world right now. And through our phones, we're hooked up to a constant stream of news and things happening in the world that 100 years ago we would have no idea about. So how do we get our attention back? How do we focus on the things we want to focus on? The way I see it, there are just two important concepts that we need to wrap our heads around in order for everything else with regards to focus to start falling into place. The first thing we need to get down is friction. One of the most important things is to reduce friction between the thing that we want to be doing and where we currently are as much as possible. So what does this mean? Well, it just means that to get started with whatever we want to do should be as frictionless as possible. So this can be as simple as just writing a to-do list, whether that's on a physical piece of paper, like I have my notebook right here beside me while I'm working, or on your screen on your desktop, so that whenever you get back to your desk, you don't first have to figure out what you should be working on. You just know right away what you should be working on and what that first step is. And this seems so simple, but it's really a game changer to just have right in front of you what you should be working on. And also this goes into as well to having open, like for example, you're writing a document or you're working on something. If you already have this open on your computer, you don't first have to wait for anything to load, or you have to think, oh, what am I going to work on? If you already have a couple of sentences in a document, it's so much easier to just see where you left off the previous day and just pick it back up from where you stopped the night before. And with the way friction works, I think you can flip this around and increase the friction as well between the things that you know you shouldn't be doing. For example, if you struggle with staying focused on the same task for whatever it might be, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I bet a big thing is that you have your phone or other distracting things around you, whether that might be on your computer itself, whether that's like games or whatever, or you have your phone on your desk. So by increasing the friction, by removing those games, like having a different user account for work stuff or study stuff, and a different user account for like leisure stuff, and putting your phone physically in another room, whether that's in the bathroom or on top of your closet in your pantry, it doesn't matter. Turn your phone off. Don't just switch it to airplane mode, it's too easy. Turn it off, make it as hard as possible for yourself to fall back into that habit that you have. The same goes for like gaming with a console, or if you have a separate school laptop or work laptop and a gaming PC or whatever, you can just unplug it. Like make it as difficult as possible to slip back into that old habit by increasing the friction. It's just far more likely that you'll slip back into scrolling TikTok or whatever if your phone is right here next to you on your desk, as opposed to being far away, turned off. Maybe, I mean, that's what I usually do. I don't like having these apps on my phone at all. I just delete TikTok and Instagram, and I don't have it on my phone unless I actually need it for whatever reason. But life is just as good without those apps on your phone. So first, friction. And the second concept is clear goals, or goals in general. So I think it's very easy to, let me close the door for a moment because I think the dishwasher is running. All right, that was way too loud. So the second concept that I think is really important is to have really clear goals. And that ties into having right in front of you what you need to work on, not just as like the physical object that you should be working on, like the right document, the right piece of information or concept that you're working on, but actually having a list that says in very precise detail what you should be doing and go into as much detail as possible so that you know exactly what it is that you should be working on. So write thesis becomes write paragraph about XYZ, or build business becomes call bank to open business banking account, right? Like you need to be as precise as you need to be for yourself to immediately know what action you should take to progress forward. So I think it's really helpful to at least once a week actually go over what you need to be doing and then write it out so that you know what you should be executing on to move forward. And I know that this might sound so incredibly simplistic, but in the end, that's also how a marathon is run, right? You're just putting one foot in front of the other, one step at a time, and that in the end makes up for a huge distance. And I think these small incremental steps, incremental progress compounds over time to build something really big. No thesis is like written all at once, right? It's word by word that you get somewhere, and in the end you're left with like a 50,000 word document. It's always these small incremental steps in the right direction that actually get you to where you want to go. Whether that's when you're building a business or whether you have a thesis to write, all these small incremental steps and all this progress adds up to one big thing in the end. That's how a marathon is run, and that's also how a business is built. Sometimes things really are that simple and we just have to get out of our own way. So yeah, other than that, I will be heading to Thailand in a couple of days, and we're building a business right now with one of my best friends to actually improve your focus in a scientific way. And it's actually very interesting. It's like a case study for us because we're trying to develop a product a physical product. So it's definitely outside of my usual sphere of knowledge and what I'm used to, definitely outside of my comfort zone. And we're building a physical product that will improve your focus. And we've been testing it ourselves for the past few months now, and we're finally happy with where it's at. So we're figuring out all the production and just chipping away step by step. But both me and my friend are out of the country for the next couple of weeks. So we'll keep building and step away for a while and come back with, fresh creative energy and hopefully new inspiration after these travels. I hope that you'll follow along with this journey because I'm really excited to share this journey on here and show you that you can just do things. So from the Netherlands right now, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you again really, really soon.